Hey, good morning. My name is Chris. I'll be your chiropractic intern today. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Excellent. So today we're going to do some hearing tests. Does that sound good to you?
Yep.
Excellent. You comfortable?
Yep.
All right, cool. So the first test we're going to do is called a rub test. And I'm just basically going to rub my fingers together, and you're going to tell me when you can't hear it anymore.
Okay.
Cool. So first off, before we get started, can you hear this?
Yep.
Excellent. And so I'm going to rub my fingers together, and you're going to tell me when you can no longer hear it, okay?
Okay.
Excellent. So go ahead and close your eyes. And tell me when. Excellent.
Yeah.
And then can you lift up your arm? Cool. So that's further past than his arm, so that's within normal limits. You can go and go ahead and close your eyes. I'm going to do that with the same hand. And tell me when.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Put your arm out. All right, well within normal. Perfect. So that's all we're gonna do for the rub test. And then next up on the list is the Weber test. So essentially, this is a tuning fork. It vibrates, and what we can anyway. So what we're gonna do is strike this and then put it on the top of your head, and then we're just checking to see if the sound is equal left to right. Or if the sound goes to one ear or another. Does that sound all right?
Yep.
Excellent.
So should I stay seated up
Yeah,
straight?
seat's good. It doesn't matter. We're just going to contact the top of your skull. So here we go. Do it one more time. Let's go left, right, or kind of stay in the middle?
It stays in the middle.
Stay in the middle. Perfect. So let's just say my patient had a bad left ear that we saw on the rep test, and we did this test. If the sound localized to the bad ear, that would be a conduction deficit. And if we did this test and the sound went to the good ear, that would be a sensory neural deficit. I think if I'm forgetting anything, I think that's it. So the last one is kind of be a little similar. It's a little bit more complicated, but essentially we're going to flip this fork, and you're going to tell me when you can't hear it anymore. So we're going to place it on the mastoid, okay, as part one. And then when you can't hear it anymore, I'm going to bring it over to your ear, and then you were going to tell me when you don't hear it anymore on that one. Sound good?
Yep.
So I'm going to place it on your ear, you're telling me when you can't hear it. I'm going to place it by your ear, and you're going to tell me when you can't hear it.
Okay. And
I'm just going to time you. Okay? So let's first find the mastoid. It's another part of your skull. That's it right there. So
no.
excellent. So 18 seconds. All right, that's past 40 seconds, so you did well on that one. Excellent. We're going to do the same to the other side, but first we can basically rule out if they can't hear it on the mastoid for 20 seconds, which maybe is my fumbling, my technique wasn't there, but it seems like you had everything there. If that mastoid contact, it's more of a sensory neural, and because there's just 1 to 2 ratio of mastoid to air, that rules out a conduction issue as well. So we're going to try the same thing on the other side. Once again, find that mastoid. Perfect. And we're going to time. So
I think I cut off too early on the first one.
that's fine. I got a good. That's why we're practicing technique. almost like 35 seconds, so yeah, I think it was just my technique.
That's still loud.
Oh yeah.
Starting to fade. Starting to fade. Or now.
Okay, cool. So that's like 50 seconds. So once again, that's within normal range. So once again, if there was a sensory neural, the max would be under 20 seconds. And if there was a conduction issue, then it wouldn't have the 20 seconds to 40 seconds ratio that we saw. So let me see. Lastly, things that can affect conduction would be something like earwax, water in the ear, or a tumor in the ear canal, as opposed to a sensory neurodeficit, which could be actually tumor in the brain itself, or damage to the cranial nerve 8, vestibulocochlear, which could be due to infection, trauma, inflammation, stuff like that. So, excellent. Thank you very much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.